I had a presentation here set up. I want to open this case. Polished and ported exhausts and so forth. We're going to polish and port the exhaust like the rest of the motor. And I had some tips to show you that it's not our wallet here that has the large appetite, but it's the time that it takes to create stuff. If you don't want one of those ill-fitting exhausts that they're selling on the internet from the alleged OCC chopper, you can make your own. I can show you how. It's with this Greenlee bender here. It's a number 508. This is called a nibbler bender. I have a template here that I'm using, and I'm experimenting with the tubing since I don't do a whole lot of this. These custom bikes like this, it gets out there in price. The guy, like I said, when these guys pay me, I do good work. But it's not the wallet, okay? I get $150 to $170 for an exhaust, like especially the OCC, the adult size here, and it was a real time-consuming effort to try to, get everything perfect and stuff. And I'm going to bend a couple up, and I'm learning about the bender since I haven't touched that thing since I don't remember. I think Christ was born the last time I touched it. So another hint for you guys when you're creating these bikes, like this tank. I rivet my tanks. I rivet my brackets. I know there's guys, they'll cut things and they'll do blind rivets and different things. I'm not all about doing something that dumb and that brazen. I don't want things falling apart. I've created an exhaust support bracket and so forth, and I'll show you that after the exhaust is painted up with the HT high temperature paint. And I know the lighting sucks in here. It really does, but I have the high heat, high stress brake pads on this. They're very expensive. They're like 24 bucks a set of pads, but this thing's really gonna roar. I don't bullcrap people about my motors. I'm tired of cursing in some of my videos. I'm so disgusted with AutoZone and Advanced Auto Parts and those retards, I call them. And I noticed the president's even using my language when he addresses certain situations and stuff. So I'm not the only one that uses the expletives here and there. I just try not to do it unnecessarily because I know you guys, a lot of you, you're conservative people. And the pussycat in the box is not for sale. Let's change the subject and get back to creating these bikes. If you want an OCC exhaust, I'm going to bend a couple up while I have the opportunity. It's going to take me a couple more days to finish the paint work. It's already the 20th of April and it's still snowing like hell out there, and I have no explanation for such foul weather. These are the tools you're going to need to create your own exhaust. Naturally, I cut the flange off. If you don't have an eyeball, I was a fighter pilot. The reason I'm alive today to talk to you guys, I don't think Wyatt Earp and Jesse James and all them guys and Billy the Kid, I don't think they were as goddamn deadly as I ever was. But that's what it takes when you do stuff like this. When you're a real fabricator, you do a lot of the stuff by eye. If you want to try to lay something out and measure that and try to get that exact with a scale and so forth, and measure abstract measurements or approximate measurements, there's another avenue that real fabricators, we cheat. That black tape up there, that's for roof seams. That's for rubber roofing that I do. I do people's campers if you want your camper done and stuff like that, or your home. I cheat. I've learned that it saves so much time for me to lay that out with a scale and go through all that monkey business. You saw how that tank lifts up and fits down. That's how you do it. And you can't necessarily weld everything, or you butcher the frame and you end up realigning things. It gets to be a real jerking around unless you have a real eyeball. I know the lighting's not the best in here, and here's one of the best machines is a Miller Matic 130 XP. The 150, I have the 150 and this one. I just bought them not too long ago. They're a dynamite machine for fabricating these bikes. So I'm hoping you like my video, and if you guys want an OCC exhaust with some punch that doesn't act like a Happy the Clown exhaust, Uncle Dutch is the guy at Harley B Bikes. And I told you it's going to be between 150 and 170. 150 probably for the smaller OCC, and 170 for the adult, because like I said, it does take some time. You're not going to create that stuff, and if you don't have that type of adept like I did from building airframes and stuff, I used to tell people I cut pipes like that. I just would cut it and I would bend it on the bender, And a lot of guys are saying, why aren't you using this, that, the scale and the dial? I don't have to. I'm just that adept at doing it with my eye. It was one of the things that made me a sort of I don't know. I don't want to be a legend in my own mind, but I can create stuff. I don't have to do half the things other people have to do to create something. Part of the reason I think why I still smoke and stuff, where you're more productive people when you're calmer. I tried quitting smoking just recently again, and I turned into a real ogre. Part of my compatibility with my trade is to be able to have a cigarette, relax my mind, relax my body. Thank God I never tried hard drugs, for Christ's sake. But I'll have a beer like at Beer 30 like this, and I will actually create a bike. And that's what you have there. You have a real creation. Joe's going to love it. I think this thing's going to have some real punch to it. I really put some socking tools into that engine. That thing's going to be a real ripper. So anyway, Fred's head and everything, we're all ready to roll. Thanks, guys. And enjoy my tips on how to fabricate a bike.